call about Chavez. And I told the ambassador in London, who was a friend of mine, and Chavez sent over 2 cabinet ministers, and I met them in the living room of the embassy residence. And I told them that they had 15 days and Chavez would be overthrown if they didn't take steps to prevent it, and then he would likely be killed as a result of that overthrow. They then, they listened, and they went back. I don't think they believed me. They went back, and 15 days passed, and Chavez was overthrown. And they put him in one military jail after another and tried to get individual soldiers, tried to get someone to kill him. No one would kill him. Instead, one of the guards gave him a cell phone. You know the story. He called Marisabel and told her to call Fidel, and Fidel then sounded the word throughout the world. And people gathered, about 1 million or so, around and surrounded the palace where the coup plotters were already. And they were going to tear them limb from limb, and no one was going to stop them. They had to let Chavez back in, and he came back in. And then he called the ambassador, and he asked the ambassador to ask me if I would come to Caracas to meet with him. I went to meet with him. And then he asked me to travel with him and talk with him. So I went to places like Libya, spent some time with Gaddafi. He was a very different person than we've been led to believe he was, anyway. And we went to Spain, Qatar. We traveled different places. I couldn't go to Iran because I was lead counsel on a case against the Iranian government for torturing, for 3.5 years, torturing a client of mine. So I told him, I said, Chavez, I can't go to Iran. It'll only embarrass you because I'm suing these bastards. He said, sorry, I understand. So then we went back, and I traveled around the country with him, and he asked me if I would join his government in a senior position. I said, no, I can't do that. I have too many other things that I'm doing. And so I couldn't do that. But I kept in touch with back and forth, advised as best I could. I got somewhat, I don't say disillusioned, I got somewhat troubled by his inability to deal with the amount of crime in Caracas, which is probably the greatest crime-ridden city in the world. And it was very troubling. I mean, kidnapping was a major industry. And one of my sons is a barrister, also was working on a matter that we had to have 24-hour guard on him because of this kidnapping thing. So that bothered me, and then the degree of corruption in the revolutionary government itself bothered me. And I said to him, this is sucking the lifeblood out of the revolution, this corruption. And he really didn't want to acknowledge that or admit to that. So that became a bit of a problem. But we had a lot of closeness, and we were both left-handed pitchers. I was a baseball player. I was a left-handed pitcher. Chavez is a left-handed pitcher. Oh, he throws funny. He said because he hurt himself on a jump or something. I don't know.